Hey everyone, it's your pal Val. So, first things first, I do not look my best. I managed to catch something with my face. It is currently a monsoon outside, so there's no point in gussying up, and I just don't really care. So, what are we doing today, y'all? What are we doing today? Well, my son is playing Spider Man this Halloween. It is a gully good time. However, he doesn't really like the fabric mask that came with it. So we're going to go ahead and paint an existing mask I have to go ahead and make it a more Miles Morales version. Let's see how well we can do. What we do have today in my studio is I want to repaint this mask here. This is of course a Spider-Man mask, and it's pretty good. So I thought it would be fun to film the process and see what comes of it. Let's go. I thought I would set up over here at my washer, mostly because I figure acrylic paint is going to not stick to it unless I try to really make it stick. I have acrylic paint that I'm going to use after I sand everything down, and we'll see how it works out. I was thinking about trying to leave the navy that exists in there for now, but I guess it's really going to come down to how much comes off when we sand it. I do have like enamels and stuff that I was going to use. I think I even have them in these colors. That being said, I can't seem to find them in the studio, so if you see them pop up, that's what happened. So I've decided that I can't really get in between these without touching them anyway. But more than that, I'm realizing that some of the quality on this isn't up to par, like the red's showing through way better than this navy color anyway. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do the whole thing. It'll make it easier, faster, and I just won't have to worry as much. This isn't professional quality work by any means, but I did get it all scuffed up. I think that I'm going to go ahead and grab my rubbing alcohol for one thing, and then from there I will be able to go ahead and start painting. Now, I did choose this blue, which is a little bit on the bright end. I should have also grabbed a black while I was there. I really thought I had my paints, but I'm assuming my sister made off with them. So, luckily this color is pretty prominent in the costume itself, though I do wish I had black to go over it once more. But we'll see how it goes after drying. I can always tone it down and run to the store if I really need to. I'm just going to give this a healthy coat throughout. I didn't bother to prime or nothing. This is just a quick and easy recoloring. If I were to really be focusing on making this for long-term use and not dark, pretty much because I can't wear it at school, then I would probably use oil-based paints. I would sand a lot more, I would use a primer, and I would finish it up with some 2K clear coat. But for now, we're just going to play with what we have. I'm not going to worry about the inside either. Just glob it on there. Really get into your Bob Ross, you know? Really get in those creaks there. The crevasses. I'm really just keeping it even is the most important part. You can always come in and do another layer. And actually, these eye bits are going to be white, but I'm just going to go ahead and cover everything for now. Meow, meow, meow. Wouldn't be art if I didn't get dirty. Alright, so I went ahead and I got it all pretty much blue. I am going to let it get ahead and get dry before I worry about it too much more. I know I have some more layering to do, definitely, but, you know, I'm going to go ahead and turn up the heat in here and let it do its thing. While things are drying over there, let's go ahead and check on our little co-hosts. What's up, Puck? What's up, Bernie? How you guys doing? Dog, the good kitty cat. Oh, that's my boy. And that's Boo's boy. Yeah. Hey! Alright, so if we go right over here, we have our sweet little guy. It's still a little wet in the spots that clearly were not quite even, but it's dried mostly well. You can see that there's still some red coming through, so I'm going to throw on another layer here. But I do like the color it's turning out to be for the most part. It is a little bit darker in person, I think. Honestly, for how very, very red this mask was, and only doing one layer, I was pretty pleased at how much coverage I actually got. I was expecting it to have a lot more peeking through by the end, especially with all this texture. Alright, so now we've done the second layer here. I'm pretty happy with it. It's probably still not perfect. I'm going to freeze my paintbrush again just in case I need to do a third layer. But for Halloween, just in the evening, I think I'm pretty happy with it. Sit. You sit on the couch. And it is nighttime now, but honestly, I think this looks pretty darn good. Not bad at all. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to add a little bit more blue here and some purple. And I'm going to just bring these lines to a slightly darker tone with it. And then I'm going to do the eye bits in the red so that they have time for me to dry them and do white on the internal part in the morning. Overall, I think the color worked out really well for me. It's really neutral. I know that his mask is generally black, but as you can see in the costume, it's got a lot of the blue tones. They're not exactly matching, but honestly, it's more work than my parents put into my costumes, so. Alright, so it's not my best work, I admit. I should have really sanded off what I had put on there. So since I'm going to leave it overnight, I was kind of doing a healthy dose of the red so that I could use it as a primer for tomorrow, where it should stick a little bit better because the blue was coming up as I was doing the red. I tried to throw some white down to lighten it up as a primer as well, but it just did not stick with the dern, other than right there, which is fine because that's going to be white later. So otherwise, I think it's coming along nicely. We'll have to see what happens tomorrow. Alright everyone, it is the next morning. Let's take a look at our mask. Alright, it looks like it is pretty dry. Pretty bone dry. Some of the red peeked through, some of it didn't, so we're going to throw some more on there. I might not get to the white innard part since the red isn't even taking very well, so the white probably won't. What's up, Bernie? And so let's go ahead and do that. And we'll see how it turns out after that, huh? And then on top of this, so I went ahead and put a little bit more red on here, trying to keep the bright red to the edges so that I have to cover them less often. We'll see how it turns out. But my son kind of wanted some shading in here, so I think I'm just going to go over it with a Sharpie in some spots, see what happens. Alright, so this is what we have so far. The red's starting to brighten up, but it's not quite there. Got some silver behind some more blue paint. Hopefully that will lighten it up. Got some black against in the background. Might spread that out more as the day progresses. We'll have to see. But I do think it's coming out alright. Definitely not bad for pretty much giving myself 48 hours. So we are reaching the nitty-gritties. After today, it is what it is. But I do think after another layer or two of red, we're probably good. Alright everyone, it is time to do my next layer here. I do think that I'm going to go ahead and add the black again first, and then hit up the red. See what we can do. It is darkening up a little bit in the middle there, which is nice. But it's really just a tiny, minuscule detail, if I'm honest with you.
Baby, now and then, I think about me now, who I would have been. And now I picture all the perfect day we lived. And I can push strings on my tiny violin. Oh. My mind got a mind of its own right now. It makes me hate me. I told like a dynamite, I can't stop side. Baby, my head, my heart, I'm telling right here, yeah. My hind in your arms, I got stream, yeah. And then you tell me what? Monsters call me love, oh. My head, my heart,
Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and let this dry. And then I'm gonna try to throw on another one. I do have some blue on here that I'm using for some touch-ups. Just trying to get these lines nice, but the texture is not working with me. But that is okay. We don't make mistakes. We just make happy accidents. Alright? So, see you soon. This is Puck. You might know him as the car cat. But I want you to know how genuinely huge this guy is. What the heck, man? So it's dried, so I'm gonna go ahead and do another layer. But I think it's coming along here. Let's see.
Yeah, la 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 la. La 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 la, ooh la la la. La 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 la, ooh la la. La 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 la. Tell me your yes or no. Ask me the heaven, should I stay? Should I go? You held my hand when I had nothing left to hold, but it's now I'm on the road. Oh, oh, my mind got a mind, my mind's on right now. It makes me hate me. I explode like a dynamite.
And since I'm here, I'm gonna go ahead. I already have the blue out. I figure I might as well touch up these places I want to stay a pretty stark blue, just because I'm waiting for things to dry anyway.
But I can't decide, baby. My head, my heart, I'm saying right, yeah, yeah, yeah. My arms, I gotta scream, yeah.
Heh. I'm a freaking genius. Alright, so this is what we have. The red really isn't attaching, which is really unfortunate. I was thinking about it, and the difference between that and what we did here was the sponge. So I'm going to give this one more try with the red, but I'm going to use this little sponge tool here. So we'll see if that helps.
Winning just down in the way. The monsters fall off my head, my heart, I'm so between, yeah. Oh la 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 la. La 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 la, oh la la. La la.
Already, I think this is doing way better. I'm gonna aim to get this done in no more than 2 more attempts. Luckily, my little drying method has made this go a little bit faster, so hopefully I'll do it before I run out of time.
La 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 la. Oh la 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 la. Oh la la la. I'm standing at the.
Honestly, this is already looking way more promising. I probably should have done this from the get-go. I kind of know better, especially concerning acrylics on plastic. But I thought I had enough time. Even editing this video, I can't imagine how long it's going to turn out. It's not a helpful video. But if you're still with me, then thank you very much. And happy Halloween. Back on the dryer it goes. Oh my god. Guys. What's up? Come with me. They're loose. I saw one of them. They're after my cherry trees! Oh my lord! What are y'all doing? Yeah, you better pee in fear. Get out of here. Go back whence you came. Goats. Alright, everyone. So, a couple of these did start to flake off, so I went ahead and mended that. It was a bit too hot, and for that reason, I think I'm going to just leave it as is. I did throw another layer of the red on here. I do see a little blip in the system right there. But I think that this is probably going to be the end of my attempt, and it's just going to be what it is from here on out. We'll see how it turns out dry at least. No promises. And I added some hookin' fucking loop! Motherfuckers. Alright, this is our final product here. The lovely and wonderful Spider-Man mask. It definitely, the red's showing up better. It did flake in places, but overall, right, in the end, I think this is our final product. It's got some really good red in it now, which is very nice. Some of the parts are peeking through, and I have tempered it, but this is more or less what we're getting, and it's going to be used. What do you think about it, Boo?
I like it.
You like it? Good. That's what matters. Alright. Well, I had a good time doing this mask. It could have been better, but you know what? That's crafting for you. Sometimes you're just along for the ride, and I'm glad you guys could come with me. Happy Halloween, and stay out of trouble.
Crossroads, my cross, my heart with X and O's, which my leads to forever. Oh, God only knows my heart, I'm terrazia, my arm, I got extreme, yeah, waiting to come in a run, monsters call love, my heart, I'm so between, yeah, oh, la la, la 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.